Hello, this is going to be probably the most exciting live I've been able to do for you all year on my astrology channel. Today we are talking about the Great Conjunction. So if you're not familiar with astrology terms, maybe you haven't heard that before. Hi Allison, I'm talking about the question that you asked. So here we go. If you're not familiar, the Great Conjunction is Saturn and Jupiter coming together. And not only are these two massive, energetic, great teacher, big energy planets coming together, which makes very potent energy, they're both moving into a brand new part of the sky, a brand new element. So over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of energy in the sign of Capricorn. So that is what all of this heaviness has been. That's what all of this breaking down of structures, of kind of revising and redoing life as we know it, and just this weight that we've been feeling in 2020, that's what it's been about, is breaking down the old ways, the familiar ways. Saturn is the planet of structure and boundaries, and Saturn requires us to get gritty and work hard, especially in Capricorn, which has been his home sign. So we've been feeling the weight of Saturn. Saturn is the heaviest planet, but like I said, he is also the greatest teacher. And when we learn to work with an energy like Saturn, we reap the benefits, we get the rewards. And that is what this Great Conjunction is going to be all about. So I talked a little bit about Saturn. Let's talk about the other planet that's in focus right now, which is Jupiter. So Jupiter is the great expansive planet, right? So whatever Jupiter comes into contact with, it puts under a magnifying glass. It just makes it even bigger. It is the planet of taking things and making it bigger and better. So this energy is super important to be very intentional with what you are focusing on, with what you are manifesting, with what you are creating. This is a massive manifesting type energy. Right now, as I speak, if you're still feeling a little bit of some heaviness, Saturn actually moved into the new part of the sky from Capricorn into Aquarius early yesterday morning, so early Thursday morning of this week. And tomorrow we're going to have Jupiter moving into that same part of the sky, into Aquarius. And they're going to be meeting up at the very early degrees of Aquarius. But what we're feeling still right now in this moment is Jupiter at 29 degrees of Capricorn, which is what we call in astrology an anaretic degree. And so that is a very, very potent degree. So you might be seeing some things shift and change, and maybe you're feeling the weight even heavier. The other thing about Jupiter and Capricorn is we still get the benefits. So Jupiter always brings blessings and optimism and opportunity, but sometimes we have to work a little bit harder for it when it's in Capricorn, as it has been for about the last year or so. Reason being, Jupiter doesn't necessarily like to be in Capricorn. So we've had to work for it, guys. We've really had to work for it, because Saturn being at home, Jupiter being in its detriment, we've really had to put in the work. So if you've been one of those people for the last 2.5 years in particular, who's been putting in the work, doing the grind, hustling day in and day out, focusing your energy, you are going to feel this, and you're going to see amazing things start to happen for you. So let's talk about where we're moving. We talked about where we're coming from. We are actually going into the sign of Aquarius. How many of you have heard of the age of Aquarius? Everybody knows that song, right? Well, what does that really mean? So we're seeing this big shift into this energy of Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. Let me know if, if you're an Aquarius. Is Monday a good day to announce a new product? 100% absolutely. Monday would be an amazing day to launch a product. And I'll tell you why. So hold on for a minute, Allison. I'll tell you a little bit about that. And then I also want you to stick with me, because this is going to be an interactive workshop. So I'm going to tell you, beyond launching a product, what you can do to really channel and focus your energy, because this doesn't happen very often, guys. Like, this is really, really big. Actually, these two planets, Saturn and Jupiter, are going to be close, so close to the Earth, closer than they've been since, like, I've got a couple of dates written down here, 1226. 1226, and we're going to be able to see this beautiful conjunction from some places on the planet. It is going to be miraculous and amazing. Most importantly, as an astrologer, what I'm focused on is you feeling it, how you are going to feel and experience this energy. Again, let's go back to what this whole shift into Aquarius is going to mean and what we're going to be experiencing. So the sign of Aquarius, it is about innovation. It is about new things. It is an air sign. So it's very much about the collective and people coming together, accepting one another. It is going to bring about a lot of social change. It is going to bring about us not only accepting one another, absolutely, but also us accepting ourselves, coming into a deeper place of authenticity. That word has just been resonating so deeply, and I think that's why. Because this big shift is so much going to be about accepting ourselves for who we are, being ourselves, letting others really accepting and loving others for who they are. And as we do that, us creating a better humanity, a more vibrant humanity, a more diverse, more amazing humanity, raising the vibration of the planet, because we are all starting to come into this space of realizing how beautiful that can be when we are all shining as our truest, best self. We are allowing our souls to shine and resonate and really living in accordance with that soul's journey. And that's what I love about astrology, is it can really help us capture what that essence is, capture that magic and that vibration. So if you've never had a reading before, I would love to. Now would be a great time to look at what that means for you. So it's not about like telling you who you are. It's really what I hear from people about allowing you to really capture the essence and sometimes put into words or feelings or give you an explanation for why your life has been the way it has been or why you are the way you are. It's amazing. So that's a little bit about what we can expect with Aquarius. Air sign, it's going to be very much about the collective, but also the individuals, and how when we come into our own, our authenticity as individuals, we can create a better humanity. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of change in technology and innovation, and what we've seen with the day-to-day structures really changing and transforming over the last year. We're going to start to see that and how it's going to play out, and the next level, the next phase of humanity really starting to take shape. And it's going to look very different than it did, and I think in a very beautiful way. And the more work that we do on ourselves as individuals, the more we will experience this uplifting of all of us as one on this planet, making it an even more amazing place to be and to live. Okay, so let's talk about the theme of this great conjunction. So Jupiter and Saturn are coming together on Monday, on the 21st of December, which also happens to be the winter solstice. This is going to be a day of bringing in the light. This is going to be a day where we've got Saturn, right? Saturn is about the hard lessons that sometimes we have to learn. And Jupiter is about the prosperity and the opportunity and the possibility that comes from that. So what does that mean when you put those two things together? That means all that we've been through, all that we've been moving through and transforming, and the hardships, it's all going to mean something. It's all going to mean something, and it's all going to be for a purpose. And we're going to start to see the opportunities and the doors open and the blessings come from that. And it's going to feel so much less heavy. So get ready for that. It's also about, so we've got Jupiter once again, which is about dreams and beliefs and aspirations. And then we've got, once again, Saturn, which is reality. So bringing those dreams and those aspirations and actually manifesting and bringing them into form. That is another way that we can start to see this energy express itself. Your wishes coming into form. Jupiter is those wishes, those beautiful, things that we think may never happen. Like we might start to see, if we're willing to put in the work, those things start to manifest for us. This is also the coming together of the spirit and the matter, right? Like Jupiter, which is those beliefs and this it can be sort of whimsical in some ways. It is about the philosophy, but then Saturn roots it in and brings it down into reality. And it's like, okay, how can we take what we believe, what we think, what we want, what we desire, what we want to manifest and attract, and actually make it happen in reality. Well, I'm going to give you some key questions to focus on and think about to really leverage this energy. And Monday is a great day to really take that step out and do something that would solidify and that would tell the universe and your higher self, like, yes, this is what I want to create in the next era, in the next level of me, the next turning of my life as I turn the page. I don't even know. I've been saying, like, I'm not even sure this is a new chapter. This is like a completely new book, guys. This is like a completely new phase of life as we know it in a very, very beautiful way. So get ready. So grab a journal, and if you're not in a space right now where you can do this, I encourage you to come back and watch it later. Write these questions down, because this is the type of work that we need to do to really get our intentions and ourselves in the right space to really leverage this energy. You do not want to miss this opportunity, guys. Like, this is really a once in a lifetime type of shift that we're going to be experiencing. This is going to be amazing, and it may take some time, right? These are very big planets. These are big energies. They move very slowly. So it may not be the type of thing where on Monday, like, boom, wow, I feel like a different person and it feels like a different humanity. And you might start to feel some of that. I know even just today, I had some big surprises, some big changes come about, and I was like, wow, like, that feels in alignment with this next level. You're going to start to see some of those things pop up, but it's going to take some time, because these are big, massive energies that take time for their blessings and their gifts to unfold. So now that you've got the journals ready, let's talk about these questions that I would like you to reflect on, ask yourself, but also put into action. And question number 1 is, what are 3 lessons that you've learned over the last year in particular, but going back even 2.5 years, as Saturn has been in Capricorn? We've been learning some hard lessons. We've had to put in the hard work. We've had to mature and grow up and, like, do hard things. I don't know, but I've realized, like, hey, I can do hard things. I can do, and I'm much more gritty than I ever realized. So for you personally, what are 3 lessons that you've learned that you want to claim, going into this new era as I've grown, I've matured, I am more? These are new beliefs for me. These are new aspects of myself that I have gained through the hardships. It's really important, when we evolve, to actually claim that, because if we never claim it, sometimes we don't really incorporate it into our identity and our mindset and our belief system. So when we claim it and we stop and we acknowledge it, that's one of the ways that we can really start to incorporate it and make it part of who we are. One more thing before I go to the next question. So the number 3, I've chosen 3 very specifically for these questions that I want you to ask yourself. And the reason being, 3, I believe, is very in alignment with this vibration, right? Especially the vibration of Jupiter. The number 3 is about joy. It's about creation. It is about self-expression. So when we think about Jupiter and Saturn and and Aquarius, to me, it has this very strong, 3, creation. What is it that you are creating? And that brings me to my next question. Write down 3 wishes. If you could wish anything, if you could manifest anything during this time that we're going to have, during this, energy of this conjunction where we have this opportunity to really solidify intentions, what are 3 wishes that you have? Jupiter, once again, the planet of blessings and opportunities and wishes. So be intentional about where you want to focus your energy. And then finally, this is where the Saturn part comes in, right? Like, Saturn wants us to do the work. Saturn is like, yeah, Jupiter, I see you. That's great. You want to bring the blessings, but if we're going to work together, which is even more potent and powerful, let's make them work for it. Let's make them learn something. Let's make them earn it. So what are 3 specific actions that you are going to take, taking into account those lessons that you've learned, taking into account what are those wishes, what are those 3 things you want to manifest, and what are 3 specific actions that you are going to take to create this, to make this happen? And is there at least one part of one of those actions that you can take on Monday, on the 21st, when this conjunction is occurring, because I believe this is the type of day where it's a seed planting day. You want to plant that seed. You want to do something that's impactful and meaningful and really says to the universe, like, this is what I'm stepping into. This is what I'm creating. This is who I'm going to be. This is what I've learned. This is the new me that I'm claiming for this new era. So those are the threes, okay? So there's three separate things. Write down 3 for each. Number 1 was 3 lessons that you've learned over the last year. Probably is going to be what comes up for most of us, but up to 2.5 years ago. 3 wishes that you have, 3 things you want to manifest, 3 wishes, and then 3 actions that you are going to take to create what it is that you want to create. So that is the workshop part of this. That is where we do the soul work. And I'm telling you, Monday is going to be amazing. Be very intentional about where you are focusing your energy and your thoughts and the actions that you are taking on that day. Plant the right seeds. Show up in the right space for who it is that you want to be in this new realm, this new era, this new version of you that we are all stepping into. Okay, so if you enjoyed this like reflection and understanding the astrology, I want to invite you to a big party that I'm having at the end of the month on December 28th. Will be the very last full moon of 2020. So the year that was 2020, I want to bring together a group of amazing humans, amazing people, empaths, light workers, just whoever you are. If you are ready to release 2020, to release maybe what felt heavy, to take the best and let go of the rest, and if you are ready to step into 2021 as the best you, the most aligned, the most centered, the highest vibration you, that is what this party is going to be all about. So we're going to do a release ceremony. We're going to do a Reiki energy healing and alignment to get your energy up to its top-notch level. We are going to set intentions. We are going to come together. We're going to toast. You can dress up if you want to. You can bring a glass of champagne, a glass of wine. We're going to have music. We're going to have fun. My goal is to have people from all over the planet joining us on Zoom. So obviously it's COVID friendly, but it's going to be so much fun and so uplifting and inspiring and releasing. And I promise you, if nothing else, you will feel lighter and you will feel ready to step into 2021 with more confidence, more self-love, more certainty than probably you've ever stepped into a new year before. It will be amazing. So you can sign up for that. The link is in my bio. It's under Moon Party. Send me a direct message if you have questions. This is your personal invite for all of you to join. And I also want to let you know the Empowered Empath Collective is just amazing. It is just the best group of women. In fact, I think we have at least one of you on right now. It is just amazing. We're having lives twice a week. We are gathering together. We are sharing our goals and our aspirations and our challenges. We're breaking through together. We're having huge shifts in our lives. We're learning, we're growing, we're creating community. Starting in January, we're going to start the one-on-one coaching session. So everyone in the collective gets a one-on-one with me. So you get your own personal life coach. You all get a copy of your astrology chart. Like, it is just amazing. We're going to do moon parties every single month. So if you love the one at the end of the year, like, get ready, because there's even more of that in 2021. So once again, all the ladies out there, all the empaths out there, this is your invitation to the Empowered Empath Collective and also to the full moon party coming up on the 29th. We are getting ready to party, to celebrate you, and to step into 2021 like a goddess. So this has been so much fun. Thank you. If you're just joining us, please go back, watch the rest of this. There's a whole workshop. There's 3 questions that you are going to want to ask yourself to align and get ready for the great conjunction. Probably the greatest conjunction of our lives, the biggest day. There's been some really big days in 2020. This is going to be the biggest, best day of 2020, and probably one of the best days we're ever going to experience in terms of a shift in energy in our lifetimes. So make it great, make it amazing. Remember, you are magic. You are magic, and the magic in me honors the magic in you. Happy holidays, and I love you. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the great conjunction.